ya está.
Ya está grabando.
Sí. Observando. ¿Está grabando aquí? No, pues no. Un segundo. Me admito, que tengo la letra.
¿Dónde está? No se lo he tocado. Hola. Hola. ¿Está bien? Ya, vale, de acuerdo. Bueno, vamos a ver algún ejemplo práctico. Es verdad. Okay, we are going to see some practical examples that are going to be a nice demo of what we have been talking about Power BI. As I said, Power BI is one of the best solutions worldwide to increase business insights and productivity. And this is one of the things that we think that in this block is going to be interesting for you. And what we have been talking before, so Power BI has different components. Now we are seeing here a component that is called Power BI Service or Power BI Portal. We see here that it is very common. It's very interesting in the application. That we see in the left upper part the 9 points. Where if we push that, we are going to be able to access to any application that we have already in our system in terms of Office 365 and other action. We have here all apps, so we can work with that. You know, this is our powerful activity. We are able to work with all these tools. Okay, so when we see that is that we are engaged in the, and if we see here that we have the user profile. So what is going to happen if we cannot access to a Power BI portal, which is the easiest component for end users or users that want to get new and better information of what we are going to see is that the user has not the access because maybe they don't have the license, or this free license has not been uploaded. We're not going to spend time on that because we want to, in these minutes, to let you know a little bit more about the different tools that Power BI has. But just in any browser you can get the words Power BI free, and you will see how to download your license. You can get the license and you will access to something very similar to what I am showing you now. I'm not going to check all the options that this solution has, but I will do the most important ones. So we have been talking and repeating the same thing during the first information moments that we have done, talking about the data. Data is the source, the most important thing. So data comes from data sets, okay, that are already charged in this system. We see all of them, all these data sets. We can have data flows too. But then we can have, as I told you before with Excel, we can access to the Excel file from Power BI as to see it as with the same functionalities that have in Excel. In this case, for example, when we see workbooks, that means that we have done the import of this file, and we have taken that from the system, from the file, and we didn't take it as dataset, okay? But here we see as well the reports. Once we have the data sets, we can create the reports. Without data, we cannot create reports. These reports can be created with Power BI Desktop, which is a tool I'm gonna show you a little bit at the end, or we can do it with the Power BI service or Power BI portal that we are talking now. At the end, from the reports, we can create with the pin panels, okay? What can we do with that? Okay, so for example, one of the things I told is about natural language. What we are talking now is questions and answers. We are now in one application that is Evolución Bonificada, which is information about the data that we have performed in training, for example, and we want to know, the person wants to know data, wants to check, for example, participants. I want to know participants. I am not a developer, I am just an user. I put PAR, and suddenly comes this information from the origin by province of this person, okay? And we can check now the information, what is happening in Baleares, or what is happening in the area of, just with natural language. Natural language help us to make decisions faster, but maybe we can check other information. We can check, for example, information that can be held, that it's giving you data. We put, for example, participants. We see here different options of participants for the area. We want to know participants from one area specific, or as well we can get information about how data is going to be held. Once we have done this training, for example, we see here in data that comes from the CRM. Okay, so we here see information of which is the information or the company that has done this information. So natural language help us to give information. This is the dashboard that we have used. This dashboard has different tiles. This is one tile, another tile, which is giving information of evolution, of training, where it has done. We can go download, we can use different type of tiles. Where do we get these tiles? These tiles come from the reports. In these reports, we can develop the report. Now we are looking at a dashboard, okay? We're doing a dashboard, and we are doing, for example, information, what has happened someplace, okay? We can see here, we want to know what happened in Girona. Okay, we see here what we have worked in Girona. So it is absolutely easy to use this source of information. How we can check that? Okay, we can organize. We can have information about our subsidized training, but we can have as well other workspaces. We are in workspaces. So we talk about data sets, we talk about reports, we talk about worksheets, we talk about dashboards, and now we talk about workspaces. Workspaces are how we organize or manage our data. So we can work with soccer, female soccer, or we can work as well with sports. So let's see about sports. We have the different dashboards. We have different tools that we have taken. We have taken this data from different places. How we can get data? Before taking information from these sports, or before we can do that, we can do another thing which is more interesting, that is, I want to have rapid insights. We are talking about business insights, but these data are structured data, and these tiles have been, the reports have been chosen by some ways, by some aspects, but maybe we have to receive more information. Maybe we need to work in a faster way, or maybe we want to have the relationship of the data. We are not able. We know the data, but we are not able to check the data very fast. What is happening is that Power BI has artificial intelligence way to do quick insights. What is doing quick insights? Quick insights is doing with artificial intelligence system. What they do is to learn about the data that is inside the model and their relationships, is searching, and is at the end doing as we see here, while I was talking, the insights are ready. And which kind of insights do we get? So we can get different insights that can be interesting in order to find the new sources of data or new solutions. What is doing the information, as you see here, is count disputed matches and goals home, seats by period, that it is not already done. What we can do is say, okay, the manager says, oh, it's interesting to have that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check that, I'm going to get it as a new dashboard. I'm going to create a new dashboard, or I can put it in a already defined dashboard. I can create the new dashboard, and I will put this tile on this dashboard. Immediately, you get the information for your to get the decision. We don't see that interesting, we can check it out, and we can continue our information. And we see how the system automatically has done relationship between the client type management center ID and with the client type, or the discount percent, or all the goals away with the relating days of the day and the goals that we have done, average price, and so on. So the Rapid Insights is another very interesting feature that is helping sports managers to increase and improve their decisions, because they are relating data that sometimes they have not think it could be possible to relate. And this is with the automatical system that we have done. Two important features. The feature one, natural language queries. Second one, the one of the Rapid Insights. But let's come back to one of these in the sports area, one dashboard. Let's see Asistencia, for example, assistance of people. This is a real project of one football club, and we can see here we go to earn. Since we see here there are many data, we see there are many questions that the system is giving us automatically. See, oh, which is the number of persons, specialized date, club member. Okay, we can get that. We can get this as a rough idea. But maybe we want to know the relate dispute matches, for example. You see, suddenly the information comes fast, very fast, just automatically. And we want to do the dispute match goals. A result with sales. What happened with this relationship? Suddenly the data is changing automatically. It seems so fast, you know. And then we see the sales with the goals. We can relate the goals, the information, because this guy wants to know which is the way we are selling depending on the goals that we are taking. And suddenly we see here, we see channel. Once we have finished the word channel, it appears this information. You see? So here you see the client type and the kind of result. You can see here when on sales channel, but we say on sales by channel, just changing the word by, we see the two comparatives of the channels. That is very interesting that we have now done. So just with natural language, if we say only dispute match goals result and sales channel, the information is only by one channel, and then if we say by channel, it gives us the TPV channel and the web channel. Okay, so this marvelous solution that is giving us Power BI are very interesting thing. But all this information, how it comes, okay? But we can do it. We can see the different dashboards. We can see here. We can do filtering without just in an intuitive way. We don't need to do filtering with the system, that we can do it as well if we want. We can check that. For example, information for attendance summary for areas that we see here, the different data, okay? But we can do as well to know information about the audience. We want to get information about the audience and the TV broadcasting. And we see here all the audience, or we can check which is the audience of local or visitor audience. And this is customized. This is absolutely developed by someone that wants to get information about that. We want to get as well information about business of bar business. We can do here some working about bars, no? So how to do information about sales channels we want to do, okay, and bars. Okay, we see here the typical information. We can get sales, and we can put here the information that we need. The thing is that we need to put information names that are related in the tables. Okay, so if in the tables we don't have the name, information is not going to come. Okay, so we have to know better information about that. We have to check which information are we going to increase. If we do the table is named sales, we cannot use revenue if the revenue word is not in this development. So very important to have contextualized development. I said in the very beginning is how to organize the information and the data. Okay, and then another way that business sports entity has is to check kit sales, how year-to-date sales and information of the company, of the football club. So it is getting information and the development of all this data. Okay, so once we have seen that, we want to check how we can get information. And we can get information through get data. Okay, to get information, we can get information from we can discover the content, or we can create new content. Difference is that we have already all this information. So most of the people that are not developers or are not creating data, but we can do it as a user. We don't need to be a very specialized to create new content. Okay, but okay, we just have the information we are going to get in our club, in our football club, or in our sports entity, and we will get content that it's already done. So what we are going to find? We are going to find the apps that we have already. We have the apps that our organization has developed, for example, or we have see here Bonificación we have already, or we have the apps for business. We have apps for we are in a sports organization and we want to have financial information directly for them. Okay, so if we have this information, we can get this business activity, and we are going to be able to check all this information. Okay, so here we see how we can manage this data. We can manage the information. We are actually working with the data that is created in a financial environment. Our football club is developing financial data, so I can get information of our financial data. And we see here gross margin, operative margin. We can see net change by date and KPIs, minute trial balance. We have information of that we can check once the data is loaded. That maybe can take some seconds. Once you have done for the first time, the only thing that is happening is that it's going to be updated. We can see this information. For example, if we are going to work in a ready set of data, for example, that we can get, we can check here. Okay, we see here data of just profits, information of dashboards, or details that we can do if we can already done the information of different entities. Okay, we are entering here in the workspace with Business Central, job cost, information of job cost, or information about the different tools that we are taking, depending on the quantity that we have taken, or depending as well on the system that we are using. We can access to get this information that can give you data about how to check all this Business Central.
Vale, sí, ve al final del clip, ¿vale? Para poder enlazarlo un poquito a esto. O si quieres cogerlo y continuar, si es urgente.
No sé si es urgente o no, pero voy a terminar y luego ya le llamo, porque si no, a ver si voy a estar aquí un cuarto de hora. Lo que voy a hacer es quitar el... Yo no sé por qué aquí me sale esto. Ya está. Pues espera un momento a ver si me meto en otro. Y así no perdemos el tiempo con la carga de datos. Te digo ahora.
Es que él iba a ver el clip que estábamos grabando para poder enlazar lo último que habías dicho con el contenido, si quieres, o quieres cambiar de modelo.
Sí, lo que voy a hacer, estaba enseñando en la aplicación, pero voy a ir ahora a una... A ver.
Vale, pues en ese momento lo cortamos, ¿vale? Y que empiece aquí. Vamos a... No pongas a grabar todavía, vamos a hacer un parón también aquí.
Aquí, ¿no?
Sí, ahí. En esto.